And it's now time for our 5th elimination battle. Oh, yes. But first, folks, hello and welcome back to some more Fate Extra. On our last episode, we managed to go through 3 days, albeit it was quite the lengthy episode this time round. We managed to get more information about Julius Holloway, and we even learned quite a bit about his servant. Heck, we even disabled his ability to conceal himself. And we even had a little bit of a heartwarming moment with Rani. But before I divulge a little bit more further, let us continue henceforth. Today is the elimination battle. In case you forgot, come to the first floor when you're ready. After delivering his reminder, Gotomane leaves. The elimination battle is here. I'm about to face my strongest opponent yet. I'll make some final preparations. That means getting out Fade at the commissionary and sorting out information in my room. That it does. But we also did learn of our servant's noble phantasm, of which I did do a little edit just to not spoil the surprise, because our servant did want to unveil her name after the fight, and I think that would be a bit more appropriate in all honesty. Heck, I'd much prefer to do all the reading in a row as well, rather than doing like a part for one episode, and then it's just like, oh, I could have just done this all in the same. In my opinion, anyway. But we're going to be organizing our information. Actually, no, let's speak with Saber first.
時に奏者よ。そなたはなかなかに見どころがあるな。やはり道具は消費してこそだ。
Hey, I mean, it was just, you know, at the moment. I was actually quite conservative until recently.
食事も娯楽もとにかく際限なく消費するから楽しいのだ。世を召喚したのもその気質ゆえか?
To indulge ourselves with these pleasantries, of course, love.
ともあれ、もっと浪費するがよい。浪費上手は人生上手だ。ま、短く終わる一生ではあるが。
You've got a point. We do only live once, so it's fine to splurge a bit here and there. Whether it be by consuming heal items or just spoiling yourselves on occasion, eh? Anyhow, let us organize our information. My enemy is strong, the strongest yet without a doubt. At least if I piece together what information I know, I might survive a little longer against him. Julius Belkisk Harway. He's the Harway's family's assassin, and an enemy since day one. Saber was fueled by his servant's ability to obfuscate his presence. Julius' servant can obfuscate his presence, which allowed him to take out Saber in one blow. Then Julius' servant attacked us again, and Saber saw through the it. The attack was... Well, why was it saw through the it? That's odd. Localization error, I suppose. Anyway. A magic circuit disruption. Right, from his attack, I deduced that the enemy uses a special form of martial arts. After witnessing him in action, I have no doubt he's a master. In one blow, he uses targets' nervous and circulatory systems, as well as their magic circuits. Julius' servant claimed that his technique was so effective that a second strike was needless. For anyone unable to sense his presence, that could indeed be a one-hit KO. To get around his invisibility, we set up traps to disable it. Thanks to the traps, we learned the source of his invisibility was a martial arts technique. And there we go. Got that all well and done? Right, it was a Baji Quan technique based on becoming one with the universe, called concealment. It is also a sign that Julius' servant reached a level of Kung Fu that few martial artists ever do. In other words, Julius' servant was a Kung Fu master. There's only one Kung Fu master in history who claimed he needed no second strike. Jackie Chan. Nope. I can't. Li Shuwen. Called the Master of the Demon Fist, he was both valorous, martial artist, and assassin. Julius is a professional assassin. He knows a heck of a lot more about killing than I do. And on top of that, his servant is a martial arts master. They're a match made in heaven. I wonder how long I'll last against the two of them. Oh, well, it'll be fine, right? We'll just have to do a little bit of preparation. Most notably, actually spend our skill points. That would be preferable. So, before that, we're going to change our formal wear. For one, I want to have hack. Because it could be quite cheesy in certain fights, and this guy does like to use a lot of skills from what we've learned in our little skirmishes against him. So, option-wise, if we were truly man-moding, I would go with strength. But having a heal is really nice. Also, having the ability to restore MP is quite nice too, in regards to being able to spam more skills. But I think we'll just have the heal for now. Because it heals a bit more than our items, and it's a little bit safer. At least I think it is. Anyhow, right, so I guess we'll continue onwards and see what's this. Oh wait, no. I almost went there before going to the chapel. Oh dang, no. I need to spend my points. I need all the strength. Give it to me, Toko. I mean, Aoko. Whichever one you are. I'm mixing them up. Toko's the blue one. Strength! Give it to me! Nope, we don't need another alteration. But we command another 12 strength points. That's pretty good. We can just ignore defense for all eternity, right? Totally. That is totally the wisest course of action. I mean, the best defense is a strong offense, right? Anyway, hello there, Papa Kyoto. You will now enter the Colosseum and confront the opposing master. Are you ready? Remember, the only way to leave the Colosseum is to win. If you are ready, I will open the gates. Yes. And the way to the Colosseum is now open, young master. I wish you the best of luck and hope that you will return. Remember, it's kill or be killed. As we already know, yep. Slide both of those Sapphire keys. Cause it's go time. Why, hello there, Mr. Grumpy. Even after all those attacks, the fire inside you still seems to be burning brightly. What a pleasant surprise. You've moved much since we last met in that sealed space. Assassin, please refrain from idle banter. Relax, I was just making conversation. Getting to know your opponent is the ultimate luxury. My foes usually crumble from a single blow of my fists. So, I find this Holy Grail war to be truly enjoyable. Originally, the martial arts were a fight for one's life, with the weight of years behind one's fist. The opportunity for two people to face each other and try to crush each other's lives comes but rarely. Wouldn't you agree with me? Anyway, looks like you have something you'd like to say to my master. This master of concealment and the strongest martial artist of all time must have saw something in my mien. There's definitely something I want to say to Julius, to whom I have several mysterious connections to, but... For what purpose do you fight? For what purpose? Seeing to that Leo makes his way to the Holy Grail safely. That is my purpose. And that justifies your actions to serve your younger brother. Nah, I think you lie! What are you trying to get at anyway? Maybe you want something else? More baseless speculation? How pathetic. Then why are things so hard for you? Like love? What's the matter, Julius? It's nothing. I was just caught off guard by what this boy had just said. Hey, I don't need to do the laughing! I never imagined I would ever get flustered. Maybe you're still too young to embrace death after all. Assassin. No need to glare if you're this mad because you guessed right. How do you expect to make it to the Grail? Who said he guessed right? Oh right, you didn't actually confirm anything, yeah or nay. My apologies for my false assumption. Well, it's a go time! I wanna beat him up, or to get beaten up, because who knows? Anyway, a lower roar begins to sound as the elevator comes to a halt. Enough of this meaningless talk. Let us go, assassin. Understood. There are only a few battles remaining. Let's make the most of the ones that lie ahead. And once in the movement, the man clad all in black turns around. Those dark, merciless eyes that used to scare the hell out of me, they no longer have any effect. Meeting his gaze, I step into the Colosseum. Yeah, we ain't getting spooked by you. It seems my blood, my flesh, martial arts flourish near death. I have shed the complacency of earlier, and have been born anew, thirsting for blood, like the Kyuki. Yes, it's like I've become young again. You are strong, stronger than any enemy so far. Now let's compare our strengths. Show me what lies beyond perfection. Well, your sheep's carving has peeled off. Now you would be more suitable for another class. Indeed, you do better not to restrain yourself to your delicate master's limits. You're weaker than a traitor king's manservant before the emperor, weaker than a candle's flame, and you say you're an assassin, but that is my domain. My life was riddled with conspiracy. Let's do it. Indeed, my fist needs no second strike. As if you could defeat us. In one strike you will understand my martial arts prowess. Okay! Ikuzo. Right. So how are we gonna do this? Wait! He already has his duel. As I was gonna say, he already has his noble phantasm. Hold the phone a mess. Well, good thing we have hack for this at least. I don't know what to do. I guess I'll attack. Break, guard, heal. Actually, no, we'll use a healing item, I think. I want to see what he does, in all honesty. Let's try this. I don't know. Oh yeah, we don't get the code cast, do we? Ah no! Ah no! What did I do? No! Okay. Hey, round two, you bugger! Why did I think I could do a code cast and an item? Good job, me. I see nothing. So me don't know what to. I guess. God dang though. Hey, a nice crit. Ow! So wait, does he always wait if you interrupt it, man? Oh, let's go! That was pretty solid though. You know what? Yeah, let's go. You're not allowed to use it again! We've already been popped! Oh gosh! Oh! Oh! This is some scary stuff. Okay, I see no noble phantasm, so we have an opportune moment to heal. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna attack, then we're gonna heal, we're gonna guard, and then we're going to just do some stuff, I suppose. That's a code cast. I guess I'll do Veil of Petals, and then Veil of Petals. Yeah, we'll be safe. He actually used it. But I didn't see an old phantasm, so... Oh, an extra turn. Nasu. Ooh. Okay, sealed as a guard. That's a little bit troublesome, actually. But... you know what we can do? Where is it? Theater of the Deranged. We're also going to just use a skill here. And it's time. You're done on me? Ooh. Come on! Why did he die? You're dying now, Mateykins. I am sorry. No, like, you need to die. But come on. Slap. Slap. Oh, gosh. There we go. I thought I was going to die that round. Ah. But that was pretty cool, though. That was my first time seeing Saber's Noble Phantasm in Fate Extra. Pretty good. Pretty good. The battle has been decided. The famed Warrior of the Fist walks to Julius' side as he speaks. The black-clad harbinger of death has fallen to one knee and crouches on the ground. Julius, I won't insult you with excuses, but I will give my thanks. It's been a long time since I've been in the world. Thanks to you, I was able to fight in it again. The command seal on Julius' hand flashes red and starts to vanish. You've reached your final moment. Raise your head. What's wrong, Julius? I can't die yet. A scream that sounds like it's being wrenched from his heart echoes in the chamber. What are you? I cannot die like this! He clasps his hands together as if in prayer and continues to deliriously scream. I don't know if the strange light in his cold eyes is a blaze of madness or what. Bro! Oh gosh! Julius begins reciting words that sound like a code or spell in an anguished tone. His reckless opposition to the system causes him so much pain that he can't stop screaming. Knees bent and face twisted in pain from defiance, he nevertheless faces imminent deletion. It's a shamefully uncharacteristic display of desperation, and then... Ooh! I'm not a screamer, I'm sorry. Anyway, the look in his eyes as he throws his head back and cries out is pure madness. No! And he's gone! Well. He's in the recycle bin like the rest of them. 'Tis unfortunate. At least for him, anyway. After the flash of light, the two of them have disappeared without a trace. I wonder what happened to Julius. I have no idea. All I know is that he's gone. That means I'm the winner of the 5th round. I'm starting to feel like the end goes in sight for a change, and I feel invigorated. Well, we are getting close. That is for sure. As I return to the school building from the battlefield, I close my eyes and empty my exhausted mind. The thrill of victory, the agony of Julius' scream, and the sense of a lingering presence, all gone. Suddenly, I notice there's a person in front of me. Hello there. It's Leo. I just defeated Julius, his brother. It only makes sense that Leo would be here. He'd want to know the results of the battle. I didn't expect you to defeat my brother. I'm shocked, honestly. This changes my opinion of you. You are strong, I see that now. Leo's voice is so detached, it's not betraying any emotion. As far as I can tell, he doesn't seem to be harboring any feelings of revenge, hate, or the like. I'm not sure I should ask, but I can't stop myself. That's an odd question. Why would I resent you? People die in battles. This time around, it just happened to be my older brother, that's all. The only noteworthy thing is that you exceeded my expectations. I think his words are sincere. Leo's tone of voice, body language, and facial expression back up what he's saying. The only thing that's different is that I see you in a changed light. I can finally see you for what you are, a fine and proper enemy. So much hate in that gaze. Leo just softly smiled like usual, but this time... What is this? I don't want to stay here anymore. I don't want to face Leo anymore. It's just as if his eyes were the sun, gentle yet searing. Like my skin is being burnt away. Leo's emotions really to change. He's never shown that emotion before. Why did he choose it? To show it to me, of all people. Me, a stranger. Me, his future enemy. That's right, perhaps you'll end up being my final opponent. Huh, that's sort of exciting. I look forward to it if that happens. Well then, I look forward to when we meet you on the battlefield. That said, Leo left. As soon as he was gone, my back tingled. When I check it out, I find my gloves are sticking to the sweat on my back. Leo is as unrelenting as Julius, if not as obviously sinister. It's like the north wind and the sun. I feel like Leo is more advanced than me for sure. The sun sits in the sky as king of the world, the chosen one. I've never thought about how far away it is before. Hopelessly far. But eventually, I have to reach out and fight it. Because only one person can obtain the Holy Grail. Oh, it's gonna be a me! Even though we already tied with our first part of the fight. Gosh dang.
世のドムスアウレアを開いたのだ。マスターで
I have known your name since the beginning.
世の神名はネロ。ネロ・クラウディウス・カエサル・アウグストゥス・ゲルマニクスである。
Nero, Claudius, Caesar, Augustus, Germanicus? I probably have butchered a part of it. I know how to pronounce the first couple of bits though. The last two parts of her name, not so much. At least I feel like as if I do. But yeah, we got Matrix level 3 for our ally servant. I can't hide my astonishment when she repeats her name. Nero Claudius, 5th Emperor of the Roman Empire, a descendant of tyrants who indulged in every luxury and pleasure. A dilettante artist who persecuted. I was about to say like something perverse. Anyway, Christians and tried to dissemble the core of Rome. The Senate. Or Senate? Anyway, as a result, Nero was accused of treason, abdicated the throne, and ran off to commit suicide. How could Emperor Nero, who made such a pathetic end, be the same person as this girl? Or could it be, I don't want to imagine her being in such despair, she would take her own life.
そなたは本当に隠し事ができぬな。よい。考えていることは大体わかる。世は確かに暴君であり、多くの命を摘み、その末路にふさわしい醜悪な最後を迎えた。それも事実だ。否定はせん。だが何恥じるところはない。世は最後まで世として生きた。それが全てだ。後悔はあれ。否定などするものか。
She's just so strong. Her heart doesn't waver, totally unlike mine. Anyway, whatever happened to Saber not wanting to let me know about her bad reputation? Saber clears her throat with a loud cough and straightens herself up. The girl whose small body bore the burden of an empire at age 17 places a hand to her chest, as if checking her heart. I would. Oh.
そなたに嫌われるのは辛いが、仮にそうであるのなら愛されるよう励むだけのこと。本当に辛いが、そこは我慢しなくてはな。見ているがいい。いずれ必ずそなたの心を奪ってみせる。
Saber squeezes her fist verbally in declaration. Oh, that's a confession if I ever heard of one, Zach. She looks like a child who's trying to really hard not to cry. As a part of history, her life has been criticized for millennia. However, she is not ashamed. Saber is unerringly proud. Or unerringly. How did it get eerily from that? Anyway, because no matter what sort of life she led, it was one that she embraced grandly, and therefore it can never be unsightly. That's true. When I first met Saber, I was gasping for life on the floor, thinking, I can't die yet. But she looked at me proudly. She embraced me in my situation. She offered her hand to me and came to the aid of my spirit. Though it feels so long since we met, the memory is vivid. So what if she's got a bad rep and thinks she's a whatever of Babylon? Doesn't matter. I mean, no matter what Saber's name or past might be, her pride and confidence are unshakable.
で守りきってみせる。
Oh, fine. That was pretty good. Take it, Daryl. Ah. Okay, right. Well, it's time to read some things, isn't it? Got quite a bit of reading up to do, including Nero herself. So, no second strike. Li Shuwen's blows are almost always fatal, whether he throws a hard blow designed to kill or a simple feint to draw his opponent into attack. A saying that has managed to survive the passing of years is, for Li Shuwen, a second strike is needless. It is this saying from which his noble phantasm gets its name. To be accurate, this isn't a noble phantasm in the traditional sense of the term. Rather, it is the ultimate expression of the true power possible by mastering the martial arts. Li Shuwen is considered to be one of the very few to have gained total mastery over his style, and in fact was believed to have transcended the need for physical attacks, instead defeating his opponents by engulfing them in chi. There is much debate as to whether Li Shuwen actually uses his chi to defeat his opponents, although the very few who have managed to survive a confrontation with him report suffering all of the effects associated with this type of attack, such as obscured senses, heightened state of paranoia, and the feeling that their nervous system was under almost unendurable strain. Right, and then we have Liu Quan? I know the saying about is Quan. Anyway, a Chinese meditative ideal. It is a belief that true mastery of martial arts comes not through training, but acceptance, as this technique is extremely difficult to understand, let alone master. It is only when achieving the rank of A that one is thought to have actually begun to learn. Those with ranks exceeding A are considered true masters of the art. And oh boy, two of these to go through as well. Let's go. Li Shuwen, 1864 to 1934. A Chinese martial arts master from Yangshan County. Hebei Kangzhou, one of the foremost practitioners of the style known as Banjiguan. He was so powerful that many remarked that with him a second strike is needless as long as a single blow will suffice. In addition to his skills in hand-to-hand combat, he was also supremely talented in the use of the spear, so much so that he earned the name Divine Spear Li. His occasional use of this weapon sometimes causes his opponent to mistakenly classify him as a lancer. While this wouldn't normally be entirely incorrect, due to his master's desire for a stealthy servant capable of killing from the shadows, the traits more associated with the assassin class have come to the fore. On a final note, since his ability to become invisible is based on his natural abilities, and not on any form of thaumaturgy, he is all but undetectable to the vast majority of magi or anyone dependent on magic. Master of the Demonic Fist. Li Shuwen, Master of the Demonic Fist. One of the few undisputed masters of martial arts. He maintains a delicate balance between the innate goodness and inherent evil found in all men. He fell victim to poison after earning the undying hatred of the countless families of those he had killed. As a servant, the balance he maintained in life has slipped slightly, but he still values rationality greatly. While he does not see much difference between good and evil, he will react with disgust and utter contempt for those who stray away from rational thinking, and for those who allow what Christians call the seven deadly sins to overwhelm their lives. He brings swift and inevitable death. Although he was known as a deadly fighter throughout his life, in his later years he discovered that true power lay not in the strength of his fists, but in the strength of his convictions. He spent the remainder of his life following the path of valor, not violence. He freely acknowledges that in his current incarnation he is nothing more than a professional killer, but does so without bitterness or regret. And although he uses his power as you least directs, could it be that... Could it be the what? 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 But there we have it, that's Lee Shuwen's story. And now we can go to our Saber. True name, Nero Claudius, yeah. Now this is the thing that I was going to read prior to this episode, but did not because it actually divulged her name. Anyway, a theatre based on the palace Nero had built after the original one burned to the ground. Called the Domus Aurea, it was a grand villa built upon the ruins of the homes of the aristocracy that once covered the famed Esquiline Hill. Historical accounts paint Nero as somewhat delusional, and she herself has claimed that she was an artist and performer of such incredible gifts that only the god Apollo could match her skills. She would often perform for the masses, but those spectators would frequently leave midway through her performances. She was so enraged by this obvious act of disrespect that she would order all entrances to the theatre in which she was performing to be sealed until the final curtain fell. This double phantasm is based on the highest and most difficult principles of thaumaturgy, and superficially resembles a reality marble, although its effects are far more pronounced. It creates a reality in which one's imperial aspirations can be fully realized. The Great Fire of Rome. July 64 AD. A devastating fire erupted in one of the poorer districts of Rome, and quickly spread throughout the city, reducing most of it to ashes. Contrary to popular belief, Nero quickly responded to the disaster and even contributed to relief efforts out of her own personal funds. While she became immensely popular with the common citizenry, oh my gosh, that's such an easy word to read and say or whatever. Anyway, her populist policies combined with her sometimes bizarre predilections earned her an ear of not only the higher castes, but also of historians who insist on painting her as a tyrant. Character background, and then Nero the Tyrant. Anyway, Nero reigned as emperor during the years 54 to 68 AD, although most surviving contemporary accounts paint her as a vicious tyrant who disregarded the Senate and violently oppressed the nascent Christian movement. Many scholars believe that these accounts were an attempt to discredit her, as she was incredibly popular with the citizenry. Whatever the case, her infamy is such that some theorize that the Book of Revelations found in the Vulgate Bible was written as commentary on and reaction to her supposed repression of the Christian faith, and have gone so far as to make the case that Hebrew pronunciation of her imperial name, Caesar, is the name as the phrase number of the beast. However, this has been proven to patently false, as that term commonly referred to Rome itself and not to any one individual, royal or otherwise. Nero the Tyrant. Taking the name of Nero Claudius Caesar Augustus Germanicus upon her ascension to the imperial throne, she was the fifth emperor of the Roman Empire and the last of the Julio-Claudian dynasty, who had ruled Rome since its inception. The daughter of the cousin of the fourth Emperor Claudius, she was put upon the throne at the age of 17 as a result of the devious scheming and possible matricide by her mother, Julia Augusta Agrippina. Once on the throne, she immediately began to demonstrate her talents at the administration as well as her ability to navigate the often murky political situation inherent in Roman government. In addition to the above, Nero was also generally acknowledged to be a consummate diplomat who preferred discussion and compromise to warfare and conflict. She was held in especially high esteem by both the peoples of Britannia and the leaders of the nations of Persia, who continued to refer to Rome as the country of Nero long after her death. While popular abroad and with the lower castes at the home, the Senate and the higher caste members of the empire grew weary of her populist policies. Extravagant expenditures on public entertainments and occasionally irrational repression of the religious expression. In the year 60 AD, a series of revolts drove Nero from the throne and eventually to suicide. It is said that in her final hours, she continually expressed her anguish that an artist such as herself had to die. But as those who betrayed her closed in, she quoted a line from Homer's Iliad: "Hark, now strikes on my ear from trampling of swift-footed coursers." Dang, so much reading! And then drum attacker into her throat. Oh, that's not a nice image. My apologies for butchering a lot of these words. Man. No rest for the wicked. That was like way too much reading in a row, but I wanted to do it nonetheless. Dang dab. Well, history lessons with Dave. Just don't butcher the language and you're fine, right? But anyway, folks, thank y'all for watching this episode of Fate Extra, and at some point in time, we'll be continuing onwards to the sixth round. Anyhow, ta-ta for now.